and welcome back to the vlog. We're going to have another festive afternoon. It's 12:30 exactly, Sunday. Got home from church. Well, I ran to the store. I had to pick up a few things. Got home, had some lunch, and I have so many aspirations for today, and the key will be to not procrastinate. So the festive activities, I'm going to be making some salted whiskey caramels. That might be more of a later in the afternoon activity. I need to clean my stove first because I'm going to be filming those for my other YouTube channel. I want to make sure there's a nice clean stove. I have some new nails that I'm not itching to put on, but I realize if I wait any longer, it's going to be Christmas and I won't have them on. So we'll do some nails. And my gnome embroidery. I need to run downstairs and get that because it's out of sight, out of mind right now, and I don't want to forget about it and not be able to enjoy it this year. So we're going to be doing some cooking, some crafting, some, if we can call it pampering, and of course some cleaning because I clean every day. If I don't clean every day, things fall behind. And some more Christmas cards because if you watched the last vlog, I started doing Christmas cards, but I only did 17 and I still have about at least 26 to go. I realized one of my friends, I don't remember if I saw her name in my address book, so I have to make sure it's in my address book. First things first though, I made coffee this morning and it was super strong and I did not. I drank like 5 sips from it. So I think we're going to make, I'm not ready to make it because I haven't made up my decision. I was going to make an iced latte, but I'm a little warm. I'm not warm. I'm a little cool and I don't want to make myself cooler. So I think what we'll start with is some cleaning because cleaning warms me up. So sit back, relax, enjoy, or find something festive to do along with me. And it is quite cold outside. It's like 10 degrees outside. And I think that's a great time to bake something in the oven. And I'm currently out of bread. So I think I'm going to start a no-knead Dutch oven bread loaf. And that will need to rise for the next hour, 2 hours. So we'll get that started. So I have 3 cups of flour. You can use bread flour or all-purpose flour. I've always used all-purpose, but I realized I had some bread flour in the cupboard, so we use that. 2 teaspoons of instant yeast or quick rise yeast. 2 teaspoons of salt. I used kosher salt. And 1.5 cups of hot tap water, not scalding. We don't want to kill the yeast. And I'm going to add a little bit extra water because my dough is quite dry. 'Tis winter. Gonna add just a touch more water. It should be a shaggy dough. And we're gonna cover it with saran wrap and place it somewhere hopefully kind of warm and away from drafts. And it'll rise until about doubled in size. And now I really just want to get the cleaning done, and then we can just settle in to our festive activities. This is just my water pan. He lives on the stove. And now I did just clean my stove with you guys last weekend. Last weekend? It depends when you're watching, when I'm filming. So it's not in too bad of shape, which makes me happy. To be honest with you, I did not wash my grates today, and that's just how it's gonna be. All right, we have been doing some work. We got some cleaning done in the kitchen, started a load of laundry, folded some laundry, have more laundry to fold because I didn't fold the stuff that was air drying in the basement. That's for another hour. Mo is vacuuming, bless him. Bread is still rising, the bread dough. And I wanted to get off my feet for a few minutes. So I'm going to take some time, do some more Christmas cards. I'm not putting the pressure on myself to finish all, let's round up to 30 that are remaining. Like if I do 10, great progress. I can work on some tomorrow and Tuesday if I need to, if I don't finish them later today. So I'm going to do some Christmas cards. And then I think by the time, it'll be a good break when my timer goes off to, hold on, let me check how much time is left. And let me look at the bread dough because I need to preheat my Dutch oven. So hold on. Perfect timing. There's 30 minutes left on my timer for the rising of the dough. And I think it will be doubled when the timer goes off. So you're supposed to preheat your Dutch oven in the oven as it's preheating to 450 for 30 minutes. So everything is hot. So 30 minutes of Christmas cards. I'll be watching something. And I made a hot honey latte. Could use a little more honey. That's okay. I don't need the extra sugar. It's very strong though. I don't know the last time I've had a hot homemade latte. Been a minute. But I just didn't want a cold one. Anywho, I'll stop gabbing. Let's do some Christmas cards. I don't think I could have timed it more perfect myself. The 1 minute warning for the timer just went off. I did 9 Christmas cards. I would have done 10, but I couldn't remember. I needed to check how to spell my boss's wife's name. So we're gonna do that and we'll get them in the next round of Christmas cards. So 9 Christmas cards, pretty good. Let's get our bread into the oven. So I totally forgot that I had this. I'm not the biggest pillow person, but both of these were gifts. And my aunt, I'm 100% she believed that she sewed this. And I'm like, that's Christmassy, so we'll just have this very random Christmas throw pillow for the next few weeks. Okay, so here is my embroidery hoop kit. Everything to complete. Project included. Additional supplies needed. Don't say they're needed if you're going to say they're all included. Basic sewing supplies, hot glue gun and glue sticks. Optional. If it's optional, it's not needed. And okay, hear me out. I don't have hot glue gun and glue sticks, but I have basic sewing supplies. However, they give you fabric panel, yarn, hoop, needle, beading there's 2 different needles. Okay. Floss, thread, beads, miscellaneous embellishments, easy to follow instructions. Let's hope so, because I have no clue what I'm doing. I am going to put You've Got Mail on in the background. Is it a Christmas movie? Any movie can be a Christmas movie if you want it to be, and that's a cozy movie for me, so we're gonna put that on and craft. Sad to say, but I am confused, and I'm going to be seeing my mom this weekend, so I think I'm going to do this with her help because she doesn't do a lot of embroidery, but I know she has more experience in this area and she'll have a better understanding. I believe she's embroidered historically. So we're gonna go make the salted whiskey caramels because I know, I need to get those done today. This embroidery was supposed to be fun, but this could take me a lot of time. I have more unfortunate news. When I put the bread in and I set the timer, I accidentally turned the oven off. So when I turned the timer off and I realized that the oven, I thought I had accidentally turned the oven off. And I'm like, whoa, let me turn the oven back on because it needs 12 more minutes. The temperature was just above 200 degrees. And I'm like, it was supposed to be 450. So it should not have been below 400 at all. So we're just gonna, I didn't open the oven door, thankfully. We're gonna let it's preheating back up to 450. We're gonna set the timer for 15 minutes. We're gonna start our caramels. And we're gonna see how the bread turns out. I am nervous. Here we go. Okay. We need 2 saucepans. Just make sure your second one is bigger. So this we're called to use a 1-quart saucepan, but this will do. I'm using my saute pan. We're going to line a 9-inch square pan with parchment or wax paper and spray it with cooking spray. Do not forget to spray it. In a 1-quart saucepan, or what I'm using here, we're going to heat. I'm going to start over medium. We're going to need to bring it to a boil. We have 5 tablespoons of butter, 1 cup of heavy whipping cream, a 1/4 cup of whiskey. I'm using Maker's Mark today, a teaspoon of vanilla, and a 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt or other coarse salt. If you're using not coarse salt, I would use only an 1/8 teaspoon. And we are going to heat this until it's boiling, stirring frequently. No, there's no temperature. The instructions did not give us a temperature. In other news, I think we've salvaged the bread. I took the lid off and had it in for 12 more minutes. We have 3 minutes left. It looked good when I took the lid off, so we'll see. We are approaching boiling. I say this is boiling. You give it just a moment. Okay, going to remove it from the heat. Okay, then in A, gotta take the bread out. Pause. We have a lot going on, my friends. A lot. Oh, she looks good. All right. Now in our 3-quart saucepan, we are going to mix 1.5 cups of sugar, a 1/4 cup of light corn syrup, and a 1/4 cup of water. We're going to heat this to boiling over medium-high heat. Okay, I'm going to stir it all together. I'm going to mix it, make sure it's all mixed together. And we are told not to stir, which is scary. We're going to bring it to a boil and boil it until the sugar turns a warm golden brown. This will also work best on a gas stove versus an electric stove, but make sure you have a place ready if you do have an electric stove to put this pan to, so that when we add the cream mixture, your sugar mixture does not keep cooking. And just for context, that's the color it is right now. And if you're getting a little nervous, it might be okay to turn this down a little bit. This frightens me. I feel like the sugar is gonna burn. I have made these before, but honestly, it's been at least 10 years since I've made these. They turned out really well. It really is hard to tell. It's hard to tell what color it is because it's all bubbles on top. So we will wait, we will wait. I wish there were some comments. Once it starts to change color, it goes fast. I don't want to jump the gun, but I also don't want this to be burning. All right, let me turn this off. Going to slowly, 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 slowly add this. Okay, now cook over medium-low heat for about 10 minutes until the mixture reaches 248. We might be okay. We may not have had to panic, but if you're starting to smell burn, sometimes you just gotta trust your instincts. This is what we're looking like right now. We've got about 20 degrees to go before we get to firm ball or 248. I turned mine back up to medium because it's just taking forever to get up to 248. And so I went to the original recipe that my recipe had adapted it from, and they give you a temperature for the bubbling sugar, which I was just eyeballing. And then I think it's a she. They don't even tell you to turn your temperature down. They just say, let it cook until it reaches 248. Oh no, why'd you turn off? Too warm? Did you run out of time? You did, didn't you? With that though, you need to make sure we don't burn it. Here we are, 148, I think, into our prepared pan. These need to sit for, that's a beautiful color. These need to sit for 10 minutes before we salt them. and then cool completely. Whatever you do, do not touch this caramel. This is going to burn you. It's going to stick to you and it's going to burn you. So safety first, don't touch the caramel. I would not do this recipe with littles. This would be an adult recipe for sure. And if you're concerned about the alcohol content, do your research, do what you feel comfortable with. We did boil. We brought the whiskey to a boil and then we simmered it. Like I simmered it for a long time. A long time. So did we get all of the alcohol out? I don't know. We definitely got some out. And it's a 1/4 cup for this entire pan. And maybe this should go on a hot pad. I have a tablespoon, it's a lot, a tablespoon of salt. I just have coarse kosher salt. You can use, this feels almost too, no, it's okay. I was gonna oh no, it's set too much, it's not gonna stick. I'm not gonna use a whole tablespoon. I'm gonna be generous, yes, but I'm not gonna use a whole tablespoon. That seems wild. Just sprinkle it with sea salt or whatever. If you have like flaky Malden salt, that would be good. 1 tablespoon, absolutely not. All right, now we just have to sit and let these cool completely. How long does that take? Don't know, the pan is still very warm. Probably, I'm gonna give it at least an hour, at least. All right, I am pooped. That took longer than I expected, so I'm really glad that the embroidering didn't work out today because I would have gotten grumpy because of how late everything was, how long everything was taking. It's okay. The bread is done. Let's cut into that because I'm a little hungry. Cut into that, see how it went, and have a slice. And then we'll do our nails. We really need to deal with dishes too. So I think I have plenty to run the dishwasher. I think that's decent. And then one thing about me, I am going to use butter. It's a little firm right now. The cupboard's a little cold. The bread's still a little bit warm. It's not hot, but I know this tastes good. I've made this bread before, so I don't need to tell you guys that. So as it took so long to do the caramels, which is totally fine. I had plenty of time. It's just after 5 o'clock. It's good. You've Got Mail finished, and the next movie that just started playing was The Grinch, the 2000 version, and I thought that was perfect. I haven't watched The Grinch since I don't know when. So I'm gonna let that play, and then I'm going to be doing my nails. They're obviously from Glamnetic, and they're the Merlot. So they have a matte, like nail bed, and then the tip is like a red chrome, if you want to call it that. Maybe it's just shiny red versus matte nail bed. So we're going to do our nails together. You don't have to do your nails if you don't want to. That's totally fine. But I'm going to make my nails look festive. We did it. What do you think? That was one of the smoothest, quickest applications I've ever done. And I think it's because I did it at the table instead of on the couch. I prefer to be comfy when I'm doing things, but sometimes sitting at a table is best. So now that my fingers are festive, I like that. I like that a lot. If you guys are looking for brands of press-on nails that are good, Glamnetics are good, Chill House are good, BT Art Box are good, LA Girl, they're good. They only have they have a very limited supply of options. They have French manicure, black tip, French manicure. They might have a couple others. They're super affordable. They're like $5 at Target. Whereas Glamnetic, I think these were Glamnetic and BT Art Box and Chill House can be like $15 to $20. But sometimes with the cheaper brands, they are thinner nails, and especially these are considered short. These are short almond. Short square and short round will be less. They won't go as far out from your fingertip. But if I use my hands to do things, and so if you hit them on things, I often get them cracking down the middle, which you don't want, because then your hair gets stuck in it when you're shampooing your hair or when you're combing through your hair with your hands, and it's not the vibe. You can, if you have a solid print or a solid color, you can file these or just use your nail clippers and clip them. And so if you like this color but you don't like how long they are, you can modify them to suit your need. And if you do happen to crack them down the middle, you can then just take your nail clippers and shorten it down to wherever the crack is or wherever your natural nail is. And I've had to do that too with some of the cheaper brands. But I'm gonna let these sit for at least a half hour before getting my hands wet, if I can help it, just to help the glue cure. And I think that's it for today's festivities. We did some cleaning. There's almost always cleaning. I did some Christmas cards, and I didn't get overwhelmed today. It was perfect getting 9 done. I do really want to do that gnome embroidery, so I'm hoping my mom will be able to help me this weekend, because I'd like to learn that, and I think that'd be fun and it's cute. We had a festive candle going. We did the caramels, which took longer than expected, but they're done. I'll leave the link to the recipe with all of the temperatures. I appreciate the person who slightly modified the recipe. I appreciate how short her recipe on her website is. You don't have to scroll for miles to get down to the recipe, but I think it would have been better for them to include the temperatures that the author of the recipe she borrowed included, because that would have been helpful to me. And yes, now I know, so I can tell you. So I'm going to link the recipe with the temperatures for you guys. And I'm gonna have some supper. Oh, one more thing about the caramels. They're supposed to be chewy, not too soft so they're gooey, and not too hard. But that comes down to taking it off the heat at the right temperature and pouring it into your pan. So they're not cool yet. I'll let you know in the comments or in the description what texture they came out with. I'm hoping that it's chewy. It is what it is at this point. Yeah, so I'm going to get some supper. I'm going to finish watching The Grinch. I'm going to edit. I have videos to edit for you guys. So if I don't see you guys before Christmas, Merry Christmas to you and your family. Happy holiday season if you don't celebrate Christmas. And I will definitely talk to you guys before the new year. But thank you guys so much for being here today, and I'll see you guys in the next video.